Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in for another Dragon Warrior Randomizer quad race this evening, as we have ScarletShadoww versus Pav, and then we have fcoughlin versus the esteemed Stottenholt Rhinebeck the third. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, my notes are wrong. Synth, Lord of the Synth here. So it's going to be a really fun race, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be an entertaining race, as some of these have some bracket implications, and some of these are staying alive to make it into those brackets. So, my name is Edge Talvern, and in the booth with me is Vela V. Good evening, Vela V. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very good. I'm feeling much better now that I see that these folks are starting with like 4 strength, and I mean, I guess sleep is a nice spell to have, but the 4 strength makes me very, very happy about what we're about to see on the screen tonight.
Oh, I can't wait. 4 strength start is always a fun start, especially when you have that sleep. There's all kinds of things you can put to sleep, but not a lot of things you can really touch with that. So it'll be an entertaining watch for sure. Like I said, some of these have bracket implications. Some of these are just staying alive to get to the bracket, and it is going to be entertaining to see how we do with these pieces.
Yeah, I don't know exactly the setup for it, but we are getting to the point where things become consequential for a lot of folks. And hey, we are off, so let's see what's inside of this treasury here.
And again,
first we have to listen to the king.
Oh yeah, final immortal words, and then the immortal, let's see what we've got. We have wings, so another key start today, as we have some gold in the chest room, or the treasure room as well, and the obligatory key. So very nice for our runners to see wings. We're going to get another key start today. Let's see what we get outside of that, how long it takes us to pick up some keys and check that armory. Probably not.
And there was a town literally right there too, right on the outside. Of course, everybody's going to go get their keys first.
Oh, absolutely. And that's beautiful. See that many towns that outside. But, I saw one of them across the river there. So that'll be a little rough one to get to. But again, with key starts, you'll see key start, and then we'll see what's either under the castle or in the armory first. But I'm guessing armory for most of these guys.
Yeah, I like to go to the basement first if I'm going to the key store, just because I've already made those steps. Looks like Pav and Scarlet like to do the same.
And it's a free chest underneath, and free chest is going to give us nothing, as we are full on keys, so keys under the castle as well.
All right, so Pav goes outside. He meets a red slime. Looks like he's going to go check out what that town is.
And so far, red slime not looking too dirty either, so that is a definite plus for our runners, as long as, we don't have anything with Hurt More or DL2 to start. I mean, this isn't awful, but getting the one step, getting some experience. And we have wings. We have a cursed belt, so there's one belt search point. A torch, and what is the last chest we've got here? Gonna be a magic key, so magic keys everywhere.
Yeah, and so nothing great either in Tantagel. I mean, it's great that we got keys all set up, but there isn't any really much progress to get out of it. I mean, there's money, which we can certainly spend here in Garenham. There's small shields for sale. We got hand axes, we got broadswords, magic armor if you want to go that far with it.
The fun part's going to be trying to find a gold grind that you can do it in. Since the castle doesn't have one, you're just going to have to try and get that stuff the hard way at this point.
Like fcoughlin had enough to pick up the club alongside of his small shield.
And then picking up
he's
some
torching
torches.
Up. Yeah, I don't blame him. With 4 strength, even with a club, you're still taking forever to kill even a red slime.
Well, we got a death necklace in the back of Garenham. We've got a fighter's ring, so 2 more attack points to help with that abysmal. So that's not so terrible for fcoughlin, who's picked up that club. That'll help him out a little bit.
So many chests we've picked up and no key items yet. We've got a jerk behind Garenham at home.
And fcoughlin taking down the Magidrake. He's going to see level 2 here. And level 2 is going to give us 2 power, 4 hit points, 7 magic, and outside.
Magidraki's a pretty good get to get at level 1 and 4 strength, so nice use of, I'm assuming he tossed some torches at it.
Yeah, he is fireballing everything he can here, including the Scorpion, which is going to be more than enough for level 3 here in just a moment. And 3 is going to look pretty good, hopefully, for 4 strength, 18 speed, 1 hit point, 6 magic, and hurt more. So a level 3 hurt more is a big, big piece for Fred Coughlin there right now.
Absolutely. Everybody else taking care of the rest of their Garanham checks, but early Hurtmore has been happening. I don't know, it happened to me several times. I feel like early Hurtmore has been kind of the theme of many a seed this week.
Indeed. I mean, this is the 3rd key start and early Hurtmore start at that. So level 4's got 7 power, 5 speed, 4 hit points, 4 magic, and heal. So now we've got some kind of restorative power. So this is pretty good for our runners at this point.
Yeah, early Hurtmore and a heal. You're feeling pretty good. Heal more would be, well, you don't need it now, but you know, with early Hurtmore, you hit levels. You know, you want that heal more, I guess, is the thing. Before you have to fight something big like a spiky red dragon or something.
Indeed, and unfortunately, both Pav and ScarletShadoww have seen that the magicians have baby breath, and it did take ScarletShadoww out a little early. ScarletShadoww making very good use of the sleep spell here to try and take the Scorpion down before it can wake up and hit him again. But he's got level 2, so he's got a little bit of boosted magic there, so he can do this a little bit.
Yeah, and in terms of equipment, it looks like Pav also picked up a club on the downstairs race, where ScarletShadoww grabbed a dragon's scale. Pav definitely has torches and is using them as we speak. I'm not sure what Scarlet picked up in terms of offense, but they've got sleep. Synth seems to have gotten hurt more, so we've got level 3 up there, and now it looks like level 3 for Pav.
So big pieces moving as the level 3 start coming, and if ScarletShadoww can get this Scorpion down and out, he'll have his hurt more. Yeah, he should have enough for hurt more there for him as well. But yeah, right now, torches are the best thing until you hit level 3, and then once you've done that, you put in the rest of the work, and there it goes, Scorpion down.
And heal more coming at level 5. I cursed it into existence, so we've got our heal more on fcoughlin on the top left.
Well, you know what they say, if you ever want something to happen, let a commentator have it. And that's big now because Fred Coughlin is starting to branch away, and he's seeing some of the bigger enemies throwing those Hurtmores out there. And with 30 magic now versus the 8 we started with, he's got more than enough Hurtmores to be able to throw out and just do what he's got to do.
Yep, just kind of burn him off. He's got 2 more left. It's hard to recognize. Like, you have to read on fcoughlin's screen because he uses the monochrome. So, like, what kind of Scorpion is that? I'm not sure. I have to look at what the text box says. But whatever kind it was enough to get him level 6 with Repel. How happy are you to have Repel and Hurt More?
Oh yeah, a Repel Hurt More seed is so beautiful at times.
Yeah, because you can just get rid of all the low tier stuff and only get the big boys.
And Magidrake's coming out with vicious vengeance, throwing the Hurt More out there on ScarletShadoww.
fcoughlin going in for, it looks like just a refill.
There we go. I had a small network hiccup there. I'm back now.
And we've got ourselves a cave on Synth side. It looks like Swamp North. And Pav, I think, is also in there, maybe. It's an Armored Knight. On the spike, I believe. 1 hurt more. He's able to survive the swing. A 2nd hurt more. And that's going to be a dead Armored Knight and a bunch of experience for Synth. Experience point lead. He's going to jet right up into level 6 there.
Okay, I think I fixed my problem. I had a small network hiccup there, and it kind of knocked me offline for a second there. So yeah, looks like a big hit there for Synth, taking down the Armored Knight.
Yeah, that Armor Knight, I think it could have swung for way more than it did, so I think he got the lucky low roll and was able to pull 2 Hurtmores off. And yeah, that made up for any any experience points that he didn't get compared to Fred anyways.
Yeah, looks like Fred's heading back down there again to take another shot at this Armored Knight and see if he can't get a bit of experience out of it, and he's not going to as he takes him down in one shot.
Yeah, Fred had fewer hit points than Synth did. Synth was like at 36, but that thing just swung at him for 44. Like, Armored Knight's no joke.
But it is a big grind spot for our guys here, and there's a stone man down there in the cave Synth sees, and Synth is going back for more as well.
Yeah, he's getting the just low enough rolls, and at this level, it's worth it. Like, every Armored Knight is a level.
Oh, yeah.
Look at all those agilities.
Yeah, it's just insane that it's coming out like it is. And Synth getting it again. He's picking up level 7. And level 7 was big agility there. And ScarletShadoww about to find his way in there. So we'll see if ScarletShadoww decides to check that spike tile as well.
And herbs are enough to heal you up. It's crazy. What is happening here? I mean, he has heal more, so, but yeah, you're able to just actually sit on it. This is great for having only like 40 some hit points.
Yeah, Synth right now just getting real lucky with these rolls. He's seeing the low enough rolls on these Armored Knights to not die and pick up that extra boosted experience. He's fixing to pick up level 8 right here. Alrighty, so 8 is going to look at 2 more power, 17 more speed, 21 HP, and 1 magic point. That is big, because now you can definitely tank one of those shots from the Armored Knights and sit here and grind for a hot minute.
Agility is in the green at level 8, folks. Lovely. We love it. We can run from everything if we need to. It's great.
You know, there are those who I commentated last night. 64 is the magic number as far as agility goes. So this will be entertaining. And we have a preemptive rescue from Fred Coughlin. In that monochrome Bomberman skin, we're getting to see some, it kind of looks like a skeleton carrying the princess. It's wild, but we all know that's the Bomberman, and he's going to take her home. Meanwhile, we've got some refresh on herbs on Synth's side, a rest for Pav, and Drolls with Hurtmore over on ScarletShadoww.
Is the Swamp Cave the only direction to go here? If so, the princess rescue makes a lot of sense. But I'm not familiar with what's in the other directions.
I think it is, because I think he went around, and I think Fred Coughlin went around. He saw that there was just no way off this continent, and Swamp Cave is the only way out.
Yeah, so more likely than not, you're not going to be able to figure out how far away you are from Tantagelier. Well, I mean, I guess we've got coasts, so the reverse counters can, but I'm not very good at those kinds of magic. I suppose having 2 coasts nearby is probably good for that kind of thing.
I agree with you, sir. I am not great at the reverse counting shenanigans as a lot of other people are, but, you know, power to those who can do it. It is a huge skill and a big thing to have in your repertoire here in DWR.
So yeah, like Pav has also made it to the giant agility point level of 8.
Yep, and Fred Coughlin did indeed go ahead and confirm that this is a very small continent here, so that's the only way out. And ScarletShadoww's on the other side, taking down a walking treasure chest there.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. We've got both right sides, which are 2 different races, sitting on Armored Knights, and both left sides doing a little bit of exploration and looking at the maps. So the divergence is happening, I guess, across seeds rather than within them. Or perhaps
ScarletShadoww had a metal slime down to 2 hits and it took off. I thought he was going to get an early metal slime shot here, but unfortunately not the case, as Pav has hit level 9, as has Synth. Very happy with this grind they've got going on here.
Yeah, I was skeptical of it at first, but once they've got the hit points, it's great. This armored knight doesn't appear to have anything horrible. He just seems to like to punch them.
And I'll bet you 90-0, this is what you end up seeing at the end of this. And Fred Coughlin going to pick up a hand axe now, so he's got a little bit more attack power and is able to swing at things instead of having to hurt more. But in a seed like this, you've got hurt more, might as well make the use of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like Synth is done with that, though. He's going to go pop out, or maybe this is just an MP refill.
Well, statistics are looking good, except that strength at 28. We got that one big jump, and past that, at level 9, 28 strength is rough to see.
Yeah, they front-loaded the agility in this one here. This is a defense-focused seed. We're going to turtle up, and we'll figure out offense later.
Yeah, and there the armor knight is for our viewers here. Not a lot on him, just the swing more, and 172 beautiful experience points this early in the game is always nice to see.
It's a Talon seed, you see, a Chapter 3 Talon. He gets through it with 0 experience points by putting on all the armor and then getting all the things.
Indeed, and that's exactly what got going on. And Synth right back at this grind. He wants level 10. He wants to see something out of it. And with 80 agility at level 10 or level 9, this is a great thing to see. You're not gonna have a whole lot of problems. Level 10 though, 12 power, 4 speed, 12 HP, 4 magic, another big boost. But yeah, you're not gonna have too many problems once you get to Sharlock.
And the boost not enough to convince Pav to get off the spike. So or perhaps also MP low. You finish off your pool. We'll see if he goes back.
Yeah, he takes an intentional death there to head back, get a free refill instead of having to walk all the way back. And if he goes back to the cave, cool. If not, he's at level 10. He's not having too many problems getting away from Sharlock-type monsters at 79 HP. You've got some pretty good experience, or some pretty good resources to move around freely.
Meanwhile, ScarletShadoww on the left has broken out of... I'm not sure if that is the swamp cave on the left, but is looking around, and we're now immediately on the top left of the map, or the northwest corner, if we want to use cardinal directions.
Yep, and Fred Coughlin has found Grave, and he's going to opt into Deep Diving Grave, so we're going to see Deep Grave first, Deep Grave after that, and then, yeah, I didn't see with the top 3 chests, but I do see a belt check, so that means the belt was there.
And yeah, it looks like fcoughlin just in front of ScarletShadoww there. So same cave. So again, the left side kind of following in the same footsteps, and the right side following the same grind steps, if you will.
Belt, golden, empty, herber key, so not terrible. Where did we end up picking up fairy flute at? Because I see Fred Coughlin has the fairy flute.
He must have just picked that up, yeah. So here he goes, though. He's making the bend into 5. I think he has to go through the little diamondy thing first.
Yeah, he should be there soon. Oh, Red Dragon. 75 agility, though. He does have a chance to get away from this.
See, on fcoughlin screen, red dragons look like green dragons.
If it wasn't for the fireball, right? And that is going to send both ScarletShadoww and Fred Coughlin home at the same time on 2 different dragons.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's red or green. They both put you back in Tantagel and they both take half your money. Dragons are dragons. You have to war them.
Dragons do be dragoning, and that is rough, but we do now have Pav and Synth inside of Grave, so we're going to see Deep Grave from both of them and see if they have any better luck.
All that agility... Well, I guess... Yeah, Fred and Scarlet had most of that agility. I was going to say all of that makes them much better to at least run, but...
I could be wrong. Synth may have gone back... Yeah, he went back into Swamp Cave and still going.
Sometimes you just go until go.
It does make exploration a lot easier, making finding things a lot easier instead of having to do the late game grind.
Yep, Pav did not go deep.
So an interesting play. Pav wants to do more of the exploration. ScarletShadoww getting noped by that armored knight back to the castle he'll go, as you see it repel over on Pav's screen. And then level 11 didn't look too terrible. A couple more agility points, but some big HP, almost a big tenor there for HP, and some more strength.
Yeah, and hit points have been one of the limiting things. Strength the other. So happy to see both of those stats come up in relatively decent levels.
Synth is happy and content here on this grind here. He's hit level 11. He's awful close to level 12. Meanwhile, Pav is continuing this exploration and is getting good knowledge because he is just moving without any issues.
Yeah, the repel plus that. I saw a town down to the bottom right. I don't know if Pav did. It's over this bridge.
I think he did because he's on his way. Just as the repel wears off, and Pav's like, I'm not worried about it, I got this.
In comes a warlock. Alright, I'll take your 28 experience points, I guess.
And it's Hawksness, which this could be big if our runners decide to take a look into it, but Pav is low on resources.
Yeah, he's hoping to see a little town over here in the plains. Not so many knights. I mean, you can throw a hurt more at them. They're still good experience, but I think he'd rather see just somewhere to refill.
And he's going to get that luck as we have the town of Remolder. So a big refill spot, 2-for-1 special, and an armory here to check, and we're going to get all of that.
Yeah, and it looks like Remolder was that town across the river from Tantegel. It looks like we had to go through the swamp cave to get there, but we've made it all the way home. Which I suppose for coordinate counters, that's not bad. You could set yourself up a waypoint from Remolder to do that. I don't know how efficient that is, but I think that could also could work for a Gwaelinless count, even if you weren't a coast counter.
Indeed, and chat showing that Synth forgot that you don't get money back by buying your first weapon, got turned away at the end, so that's a little bit rough, but again, it's still working in his favor as he is now in the exploration portion of his grind here, because he has decided, okay, I've got all the resources I need, let's go find the stuff. And Pav's back in Hawksness, so we're going to see a spike tile check here in Hawksness and a quick search in the spot, see if anything's there. Meanwhile, fcoughlin has got another cave and town right next to him.
It's a green D. We can hurt more of those down.
Rare green dragon meat, the tastiest meat in all the land, so you'd love to see it. And this is I think this is a better grind than the Armored Knight there in Spike. Yeah,
it absolutely is, and it's got some stones underneath it.
And Pav is happy to sit here on this green dragon for a bit, get level 11, and ScarletShadoww just still having a rough time. I think that was more of a refill send home than it was an unintentional death, but just having a rough go with that Armored Knight over there still.
fcoughlins up here in Breckenary, near a cave in a swamp. I'm not sure that we've seen either of those on any other screen. It is the tablet cave, though.
So, tablet has been effective in the last 2 races. Let's see if that trend continues, and tablet caves gives us something of major importance here as we round the final bend around to it.
It's a sword, minor importance.
Just a big stick to swing around. That's all it is. I mean, yeah, with 40 strength, that sword is big for our runners here. And at 84 agility, Fred Coughlin trying to get away from this dragon and finally does on the second shot.
Yeah, finally that 84 84 agility paying off, or however much they're at right now. I think 84 is the number.
Yeah, everybody is minimally at 84 at this point. So you've got Pav and Synth who have just a little bit more than that. But man, I'm telling you, this is really good. This is where all the agility coalesces into this seed, and we don't see any strength happen because it all was in yesterday's seed. And we're going to see Pav head back, go get a quick refill on resources, and we see Fred Coughlin making his way around for some more exploration, sees that other town, is like, I'm going to continue this way. I'll be back for that in a second.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of these little islands that like to stretch out and then say, hey, guess what? There actually was a bridge down here, and you didn't go enough to look at me, and you're going to forget about that after you die, and that's just how the map be. It's how it do.
True story. Seen it happen. It's wild when you miss one bridge. You see it one time, you miss it, and it ends up being a town that you have to have, and it can cost you minutes upon minutes upon minutes at times.
It's Werewolf trying to give F. Coughlin some trouble here. He's able to get through it. He'll pop a heal more, and he should be able to get to that town no problem.
Yep. So of all the things so far, that's going to be Hawksness once again. But this is a big piece right now because we've only got one homework item 25 minutes in and a sword between all of our runners. This is going to be the fun part of where's Mountain Cave, and do we have to go into Deep Grave, as we did not get to see Deep Grave. Or no, we did get to see Deep Grave fully happen, didn't we?
Yes, there was. I don't remember what was at the bottom of it, but I don't think there was anything good. And to answer RG, the extent of my mapping is writing down the coordinates, so I don't know how that's gonna help.
All right, so Deep Grave is the only thing not found. We need Mountain Cave. We've got a few things still out there in the wind, but yeah, Cantlin's probably going to be a big factor too. And since Fred Coughlin's already got a Princess Rescue, he's got his GPS. He knows exactly where he needs to go.
Yeah, and that's the benefit of that preemptive princess pickup, right? You've got her. You go to Cantlin. You know where to go. You pop her. You see what your coordinate is, and start walking.
And now Fred Coughlin going to get the disappointing news that the old man is only sporting in green here, as he's going to take the old man's herb, and that's going to be all she wrote for Rimmeltar. Quick rest, and out he goes. So we're in a lot of different places, and Pav now finding Cantlin on his side. So the shopping mall's been found. Let's see what our coordinates look like, and if we're even going to have coordinates. I am assuming we are, though, with as little things as we found and as many chests as we've already opened.
Yeah, Cantlin in a nice river location. It's popped right, like, in the river almost. And we've got a couple more steps and barrier tiles. Go and search 47 leagues to the north and 96 leagues to the west. We've seen that northwest corner. There was a town over there. I forget which one it was. But I imagine that it's somewhere over near that town, maybe.
And if you look at level 12, Pav has 90 agility and 108 magic at this point. This is going to be one of those seeds that it really doesn't matter if you pick up Silver Shield or not. It's not going to matter.
Yeah, I'm not setting up a gold grind on this one. He's already got a large targe will get you through 99% of seeds.
Yep, and we know where Sword's at, as we've already seen Fred Coughlin pick his up in Tablet Cave. We just need armor at this point to make things a little more bearable, but Right now, I mean, between Fred Coughlin and Synth, that race is going pretty amazingly as Synth has the experience lead, but Fred Coughlin definitely on the experience or on the exploration grind. And then ScarletShadoww Pav, it's hard to tell because they're both kind of moving around the map as they both now have Cantlin in their sights and coordinates under their belt.
Yeah, I feel that ScarletShadoww has, despite going out to explore sooner, I don't think they've found as much as Pav has. Like, Pav has the stones already, which came from, I forget where they came from, but has them.
That would be under the Hawksness spike, because I believe Fred Coughlin has it now if he went back into in there. But yeah, Pav got those stones. And there's the town of Cole, so another search spot active right here, 4 steps south of the bath.
Yep, and under that bath tile is the token. So one more piece of homework. Really wish it was a harp. Well, you gotta find that harp. We've seen the harp trade-in cave. That's what we're missing. Harp to staff, and then they can get the rainbow door up.
Yep, because Jerk's pretty close to home as he's back there behind Kieran Ham. So a lot of things, bits and pieces, and armor could be in Castle tonight because we do have coordinate search, but we still have Mountain Cave to go, and we know the flute's out there and already been grabbed. So yeah, this is getting entertaining already.
Getting there slowly but surely. We're really quickly but surely. We're not even 30 minutes in. Well, we're getting to 30 minutes in. ScarletShadoww now picking up that coal pickup. Runners at levels 10 through 12. Burtmore came at level 3. And yeah, we're just trucking along here.
Yeah, this is turning out real good, real quick. And there's the Sharlock sightings. We have the Big C. So now we're only missing a few pieces. Mountain Cave. I think we've already seen Breckenary. So yeah, it doesn't leave a lot left on the map.
Axe Knights are hanging out here near Sharlock.
Not a terrible thing, and it's just 2 points shy for Fred Coughlin for level 11 as he is looking now for something else to fight. And he's going to get another Axe Knight, so he'll get that level real quick.
Synth has found his tablet cave. He'll dive down there and clear out the check. Go to town down here for Pav. It's Cole. I think he's been here already.
Yeah, he's been here. He's just coming in for a quick rest. So there's Breckenary. Yeah, the only thing we're missing at this point is Mountain Cave, and Mountain Cave has a almost 100% shot to, or coordinates have. No. I guess between the 2 checks we've got left in the overworld, not in Sharlock, there's still a chance for armor to be in the seed and stones to be in the seed as well, and not be locked into one location just yet.
Yeah, not just yet. There's quite a few checks there that are in that mountain too. I mean, 5 chests. It's one of the main treasure caves. And we know that it's not locked behind a town or like under a basement or something. It's definitely got to be a cave on the map somewhere. So our runner's got to think, where didn't I go? What dead end didn't I make? What place did I perhaps die prematurely and get sent home? Or perhaps just what didn't I see yet?
Well, for the moment, our runners are trying to answer that question as they continue moving through everything. And now we've got Synth in Hawksness. Synth should make short work of this green dragon, pick up his stones, and now the race between he and Fred Coughlin is on that even notice at this point, with the slight advantage to experience for Synth at the moment.
Yep. Let's hear Stone Man wants to stop him a little bit. It looks like Pav has found the mountain.
All right, so this is going to answer the age-old question: Is the coordinates going to be something big, or are we going to find stone? Or are we going to find everything here, and we're going to have armor? And there's silver harp. So guess what that means?
Well, harp's on number 1 there. Is there what? Are we missing a? We're not missing a check, are we?
No, armor's going to be on coordinates because we have everything else at this point. So armor on cords is going to be fun.
Yes.
And
For some reason in my head, I thought somebody had picked up the coordinates already, but they have not.
Nope, but I'll almost bet you that our runners have tripped over that armor at least 2 or 3 times because coming out of that cave feels like it's right there where they need to be. And sadly, the only 2 who have coordinates right now are ScarletShadoww and Pav on that bottom race down there. Those are the folks racing in that Cantlin division and then the Breckenary race up here at the top. Neither of them have seen Cantlin yet.
Yeah, so our preemptive fcoughlin rescuers don't have the knowledge that they need to go get it.
Well, Scarlet on his way back, he's picking up his princess now, so he should be probably heading that direction to go pick up his armor in just a few moments.
I'm not sure what knowledge Pav doesn't have. I feel like Pav has seen everything. Well, doesn't have a fairy's flute, so he's missing wherever that flute came from.
Chest 4 of graves, so yeah, this is going to be entertaining. All Pav needs to do is just do a quick hop back in, rescue his princess, get his coordinates, and he's in. Well, no, Pav doesn't have Breckenary yet, so he hasn't seen Sword yet either. So Pav is still missing a couple of pieces.
Yeah, so he's gonna continue to full clear this map. Like part of it is just how much of the map can I leave unexplored, and right now, I think for everybody, it's still none of it. You still got to find something.
Yeah, and the key piece, ScarletShadoww doesn't have Sword yet either. So our top race, we've got swords. Bottom race, we've got coordinates, and know that it's armor on one of our runners. So this will be a fun watch here in a few moments.
Both item trading caves are near home. One of them is in the Tantagel basement, I'm pretty sure, and the other one is right next to home, if I recall correctly. So that's not like a huge issue.
Yeah, and that's a very valid point, RG, that it could be Flute because he's not deep dive grave. He came in, got the 3 chests, and bounced out. So, but ScarletShadoww, he is on his way somewhere, and since he's got his fcoughlin positioning system, he's going to find out real quick where we are right here. Oh, I would have done it right outside the cave.
Look at this dead end saying, "Hey, I got a werewolf here." In the middle of this desert, in the middle of this ocean, in the middle of nowhere. That's what Synth is seeing on his screen.
Yeah, ScarletShadoww's close. He is on his way. He was 66-100, so he's on his way over to that spike tile now. And yeah, I think our runners have tripped over this once or twice. Oh, that's not fun. Red dragons have heal more.
Lovely. That is what we like to see. So you gotta pop a stop spell on him. Hope that it sticks. And then you can start fighting the things.
Well, Pav now going to find his sword here real quick. ScarletShadoww now has his armor. So, still advantage Pav right now with all of the things. But all he's got to do is make his count. And he's in a ready grind and go mode at this point. And fcoughlin finally seeing Cantlin, so he has that knowledge now, and seeing Cole as he's about to pick up his token. And we do have a metal slime over on Synth's screen. Are we going to get our first metal slime kill of the night is the question.
He's gotten at least 1 swing in. I want to say 2, but no, it runs away, as they do.
So no metal slime has been harmed in the making of this VOD. So we will just continue to watch out for that. But now fcoughlin has, he has the advantage here because he has his GPS. He can go ahead and start searching for the armor, which is going to be a huge advantage on his end. As he's seeing now, he's actually really close.
It looks like ScarletShadoww's already picked it up.
Yep, Scarlet got his armor at 79 defense with just a small shield. That large shield is going to definitely be a big thing in this massive agility seed we've got.
Yeah, and just generally, like I'm always on the lookout for the large shield. Like it's very, very serviceable piece of equipment. It'll take you through the whole game. It only costs 800 gold. Like I think it's just great.
It's just neat. And he's just a few steps away, and he'll have his armor over on Fred Coughlin's side. Meanwhile, Synth is working on these red dragons, but he's going to go ahead and take off his, yeah, he just didn't have the pieces and parts as far as HP to go there. Have now bouncing outside with his princess in arms. He's going to return back, and now ScarletShadoww seeing Mountain Cave. So ScarletShadoww's about to see the last little bit. He just needs to hit Hawksness, and then he needs to find Breckenary so he can see Tablet and get his sword here.
It's like we've got Pav doing a princess turn-in on the bottom right. So he'll pick up his GPS system, and then he'll be able to make the long walk rather off to the northwest corner.
Yeah, this is going to be entertaining. I mean, right now, our runners are all in different various states, but very close enough to each other that this is not really big. The biggest gap, I think, right now is since almost 2,000 experience lead over Fred Coughlin. But Fred Coughlin has sword, he has armor, he's missing the one homework piece that he'll get inside of Mountain Cave. So this is looking good for Fred Coughlin if he can get to a grind and go mode, significantly earlier than Lord of the Synth.
And I mean, he's very slowly but surely fighting this red dragon here. Although that looks like a run. I'm not sure. I thought he was swinging on it.
Yeah, he's trying to get away at this point. He's got armor and he's missing the one piece. Yeah, he's feeling like, where is this last little bit at? And now Synth seeing his turn in cave there. So Harp Turn-In is actually a little bit away from the castle. It's up in that swamp area, kind of north-ish, almost northern part of the map, north mid. Sorry, words hard today.
Yeah, I don't know why. In my head, for some reason, I thought they had seen it much earlier, closer to home. But yeah, it does seem to be kind of far flung, and that can play into it. Like the bottom race, Shadow and Pav, both of them have their harp cell already, and it looks like they don't seem to know where that is because they still have harps.
Yeah, Jerks behind Girinham, and then we had free chests down under caves or under castles. So yeah, this is the one thing that they're missing. And now Fred Coughlin has his harp. He just has to get to the turn-in, and he's in great shape right now. I mean, he just needs to get grinding as Synth is missing the piece, and this is huge for Fred Coughlin because this keeps him alive in the Breckenary division.
Shadow making the long walk from Swamp North to Swamp South.
Yep, Shadow, honestly, ScarletShadoww needs to find Hawksness right now. That is the one place he's missing for his last item. And then they both need to find that turn-in cave for that race to get into grind and go mode. And again, that one is not as much of an experience gap as our top race. But right now, with Fred Coughlin where he's at, he can head back to either Hawksness or back into Swamp Cave and just do some easy grinding and make himself where he needs to be at this point.
Like Fred wants more of these green dragons.
I mean, a very viable grind here. One shot, one shot possible Hurtmores, but you also have the chance to miss versus a Hurtmore swing on the AK-47s in Swamp Cave. You know, you just kind of pick your poison on this one.
Yeah, and sometimes if you're not sure where to go, sit down and grind for a bit and figure it out. You know, it gives you a moment to think and plan out the next steps.
Yeah, so Fred has not taken a chance to go turn in his Silver Heart yet. He just figured, you know what, I'll get this grind over with, get to where I am in go mode, and I know where these turn-ins are. I'll just do it when I need to.
These gray dragons here.
There's dark gray, there's light gray, there's medium gray.
Dog vision confirmed on the top left screen.
Meanwhile, Synth now finding Cantlin. This is going to be a big thing because he did not have coordinates, and he's going to see these coordinates are a little bit out there. Whether or not he decides to reverse count this or not is going to be his decision at this point.
Yep, he's going to stop off at the herb man first, stock up on those herbs. You got to do it at some point, so here seems like as good a point as any. ScarletShadoww finds the tablet cave, so he'll get... I don't think there was anything important here, but he'll spend some time and get the check done with.
Oh, there was something definitely important here, and that was the big stick. So he's going to come out with his weapon, and now everybody is weapon set at this point in the seed. He just needs a large shield, and I think he's set too. So, yeah, huge find for ScarletShadoww. That was one of the few things he was missing, and he is still needing to find Hawksness really quick.
I don't know. I think we're overstating the importance of Erdrick's sword. I mean, you can beat it with a broadsword. No problem.
I mean, to my knowledge, people have beat the Dragon Lord with magic armor for that matter. So, it does happen. Scarlet going to take a quick refresh here, but yeah, at this point, Scarlet just needs to find Hawksness, get his stones, and then Pav and Scarlet, they don't have a clue where the Music Man is. They have not seen him yet.
Gotta find that guy. Now it looks like Pav is... No, that's the dead end. I recognize that desert, but it was a dead end desert, not a cave desert.
Yep, he's looking for swamp here because that cave that turned in for the Music Man was in a rather large swamp, and because everybody's got armor now, with the exception of Synth, who has got his coordinates now. Yeah, this is going to be a big kicker here. And now Fred Coughlin heading to do a quick refresh here as he's heading back to that Green Dragon grind, and he has significantly caught his experience up as now Synth is in full search mode. So, wow, Fred Coughlin breaking out real quick and getting that quick experience, closing the gap on that experience there.
Yep, and you just you turn in all your things and get there and go. And so our stats right now aren't quite at the strength or attack power, if you will, that we want them to be at. That's kind of the main limiting factor. They need a little bit more magic points too. The heal mores aren't looking great, but they're getting very, very close. Hit points are already there. Anything extra they get is kind of bonus at this point. Maybe you consider putting on a death necklace if more hit points come than strength in the next level or two.
Yeah, Fred Coughlin is now making effective use of this Green Dragon here. He is almost to level 13, caught back up with the entire pack here. But yeah, ScarletShadoww now in grind and go, or semi-grind and go. He still has to make that harp turn in, and then go see the jerk under Gierenham, and then head back to Sharlock. So yeah, it's grind and go for two of our runners thus far. technically 3 because Pav is there as well, but Pav is more worried about finding that last turn in before making this happen. And I think Pav just needs to go east just a little bit and he'll find it. And there it is, Pav going to see the Music Man, going to give him his harp so he can start his one-man band all across the land, and for his troubles, he will get a Staff of Rain, and now he just needs to go see the Jerk, and he is now in official grind and go mode.
Yep, and it's interesting because ScarletShadoww already on the grind part of it, right? He has to turn in that last little bit of homework in terms of the staff. When Pav was turning it in, they were essentially equal experience points.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this Fred Coughlin and Synth race up there. Synth had an almost 2,000 experience point lead, and now Fred Coughlin is just behind him by a couple hundred. So, man, it has gotten spicy real quick. And if Fred Coughlin knows exactly where the Music Man is, he's in great shape here. All he's got to go is turn in and do all the things he knows. I mean, I know most of our runners have probably seen Sharlock in many of their movings around and stuff like that, but I know Fred Coughlin's seen it. I know Synth has seen it, but chat brings up, not sure if ScarletShadoww saw it around.
ScarletShadoww going out looking for, looks like a refill, fighting a red, or rather a green dragon on the field. Pav, I think, going back in.
Yep, Pav.
This must be the trade. Oh, this is the Garanham trade-in. Yeah.
Yep, he's got the Jerk here. He's going to get his Rainbow Drop, and now we are set and in grind, 100% grind and go mode for Pav. The question is do you go back to the Green Dragon, or you just go back to Swamp Cave since you're right there?
It looks like the first thing you do is you take a rest at the Garanham Inn.
That is a grand piece to have and do, because when you're at 5 magic, you have 1 hurt left. Maybe not a good time to try and fight an AK-47.
All right, so straight south, we're going into the swamp. We are not turning right. Well, there's one more chance to go in there. No, we don't want any of that Armor Knight. He's looking for Green Dragon.
Don't blame him. Green Dragon is probably the easier one. Like I said, the chance of a single Hurtmore taking it down versus a Hurtmore swing and taking a little bit of damage each time. This is a good call. This is a good call for Pav. And again, he's not too far ahead, too behind. He has the drop. All he has to do is now just go over here and grind it out on this dragon.
Yeah, and it's not that far away. I mean, it is kind of a long walk, but he's repelling everything, so it's kind of not that far of a walk away because you're repelling everything.
Yep, at this point, we just need a little bit of magic and some attack power, and we're ready to rock and roll. So this is not too far off from go mode. At 51 minutes in, yeah, we're going to be seeing some Sharlock runs here soon.
I'm going to go ahead and redact my it's not that far away, because he's still walking. He still hasn't seen that many encounters, but it's actually pretty freaking far away.
Yeah, there it is right there. So it is a pretty good walk, because it is over there by the castle on that southeast part of the map there.
But still, I think maybe he would have beat maybe 3 or 4 Armored Knights by now, and he would be much closer to needing a refill.
Yeah, this agility is rough, because you're not seeing Synth able to get away from those red dragons like he wants to at 92 agility. Meanwhile, looking at this experience piece now, Fred Coughlin 400 points ahead of Synth now, where Synth is now picking up his last bits and he's saying, I'm out of here. But I thought Synth had everything to realize that he didn't need to deep dive Grave, or am I missing something?
Well, it was the fairy flute, right? So you don't know what that actual search tile is. It could have been an armor or a flute until you.
Oh, That's right. He doesn't have armor yet, so he hasn't gone. He's the only one not to pick that up, and that's rough feels right there, knowing now you've got to go get the princess. Chat saying, how much agility is required to guarantee Dragon Lord first attack? Yes. Agreed. All right, so now ScarletShadoww and Pav here are just in neck and neck pieces as far as experience goes. Well, I take that back. ScarletShadoww has about 1,000 experience jump on him, where Synth is now back on these armored knights. I think he is maybe just trying to do some grinding out here, but he's missing armor still. And now that he knows that that's the only piece, all he's got to do is grab the princess and go. He figures, let's grab a level while we're here. Yep, agreed with chat here. Pav is currently ahead because he has his rainbow drop. All he has to do is see that the stats are in his favor and ready to go. So yeah, Pav has the advantage on that bottom race. Meanwhile, fcoughlin has the significant advantage up there as he has everything he needs minus Harp Turnin. And if he's already seen Harp Turnin and knows and he just wants to do the grind, that's big for fcoughlin. I'm not sure if he's seen it or not, but I think he has. All right, so yep, grind and go, bottom race at this point, semi-grind and go. Yeah, Pav doing what he can here. Now, Pav does know Rimmildar is to the south and east, but I'm trying to remember if he knows that Breckenary is honestly a lot closer than he thinks it is too.
Yep, and meanwhile, Synth has picked up the princess and is going to go ahead and do his coordinate check to get that. Pretty sure that was the armor there. So he's going to get caught up, but that really kind of puts fcoughlin in a pretty good position on the top race anyways. He's got those things taken care of already, I'm pretty sure.
The only thing he doesn't have is Silver Harp turn-in, so he hasn't done that yet. But again, if he knows, that's a huge piece because he's just trying to get to the stats where he needs to be in go mode. And I believe if it's not too much, I believe it's right there close to Charlock, and he has seen Charlock. And chat letting us know that last level for 15 was 3030. Not a whole lot to be doing with that, so we're going to continue this grind.
Yeah, despite how nice the strength looks, it's really not that great.
Yep, so 16 is next, and that's going to be hopefully a little bit. We're still needing a little bit of strength at 111 attack power. We're not quite ready. 69 strength is nice, but it's not what you need. So yeah, a big grind back for these guys. And again, Scarlet trying to hold on to that just under or over 1,000-point experience lead here. Meanwhile, in the other race, that gap is widening significantly as the moments tick on.
Yeah, and it's at this point too where we're getting to the later levels where they're kind of the longest, and the green D stops being as appealing of a grind compared to, say, if you had a red dragon somewhere. Now, for what we've got available, he's still better than the armored knight, but this is where the green D starts to lag, because you're getting 135 each time. It's kind of like sometimes your hurt mores don't go through as much as they do on an axe knight. And it looks like ScarletShadoww is going to walk out here. Maybe he's out of resources. We'll see what he does with it.
Yeah, he's on his last dregs of magic there. Meanwhile, fcoughlin closing in on that 7,500 for level 15. He's going to see the bad news and continue his grind. And we have a search going on here from Synth. He's about to pick up his armor, and that late pickup at 57.5 minutes, you got to wonder how bad that feels.
Yeah, because it was kind of an option for him all along to go get the princess and do it. But when it's that far away, like, you know, who wants to go get a princess and go do the check? So I totally understand the decision.
Yeah, he did the deep dive into grave, and now at this point he's still missing mountain cave, and that is a required piece as silver harp is there. And right now Fred Coughlin comfortably in the lead of this race.
Yeah, the map definitely hurting Synth here.
Well, Scarlet, oh wow. The race between Pav and Scarlet has closed up significantly, as Pav is now only 500 experience away from being right there with ScarletShadoww. So these guys are just honestly step for step, and again, the advantage to Pav is he has Rainbow Drop.
Yeah, I mean, Scarlet has to still do both turn-ins. He has to go to the staff guy, and he needs to go to the Rainbow Drop. So we know the one's behind Garanham, and the other one's kind of a long walk away. So we'll see what happens. But I don't know that the 500 or so experience points. I don't think that the time it takes to walk to those places, I think, is a little bit longer than 500 experience points.
Agreed. And this is yeah, it's turning out to be really good here because, like I said, Fred Coughlin, if he knows, and he's in good shape. But if he doesn't, he still has that little bit of a walk to find the Music Man. Meanwhile, Synth still has to find Mountain Cave and Music Man, and then ScarletShadoww needing Music Man. So yeah, our runners are in various states of ready. But wow, yeah, Fred, I believe, has seen it too. He's just biding his time till he has the levels he needs.
All right, Pav taking a walk here. Stats aren't where they are. He's taking a walk back to, well, he's going to Rimmaldar. What are we doing here?
Rimmaldar's just south of Hawksness, so, I mean, it's about the same walk from Hawks to Breckenary, so dealer's choice there.
I thought he had already done his refill.
And chat calling it that once Pav went to go do his, and there we go, 2 power, 1 speed, 13 HP, 2, and Radiant. Not enough strength, only 71. We're still in grind and go mode to 17.
Love to see that Radiant spell getting got. That's what they grinded to 16 to have. They were desperate to get that Radiant spell. Now they realize maybe I need a little bit more attack power, but Radiant is what they were really after the whole time.
Greatest spell ever, I'm telling you. Yeah, we have seen a Golem. We do have Reds with Heal More, but that's about all. And again, Stonemen are just kind of swinging. I haven't seen a blue, but maybe that was missed on my screen. And Fred Coughlin over here going under Gearinham to make the turn in here at 15. So, yeah, he is ready to be done with this as soon as it's time to go.
How do you have a 75% heal more? That's crazy. What is this? What kind of red G is this? What are you doing to me, Randomizer?
Yeah, this is the fun one you love to see, because the moment he is down enough, he is going to throw it out there. So if he is anything, or if he's even on the spike inside of Charlotte, you're going to have to burn 2 magic points to hit that stop spell.
I feel like if the game rolls a 75% heal more red dragon, it should be obliged to put it on the Charlotte spike.
But thou must.
Like, it should also automatically give it sleep as well.
That's cute. You got me down to 1 swing left. That'd be a shame if you went to sleep and then I healed right in front of you.
That's it. That is how he do.
Sayaka adding insult to injury, 9 of 15 resist as well. That is so evil. Well, Scarlet is trying to...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Scarlet's trying to find this trade-in cave. As he sees 16, he knows he's got to go to 17, but he's got to get out of this this funk here because he is now neck and neck once again with Pav as far as experience goes. So yeah, this is. Whew.
Yep, bottom is definitely, we've got ourselves a race going on here. And so I'm glued. I'm waiting to see what happens. Let's go, Scarlet. Find your place. You are looking too. You are hunting. You don't know where it is.
Yep, and this is the big one. It's over there by Sharlock, which is not too far, but he just needs to get there and find it. Meanwhile, Pav is taking full advantage of Scarlet in search mode, and Fred Coughlin now back on the armored knights. He's thinking this is a better grind as he has the ability to swing out on it when he needs to.
And Pav does officially take the experience point lead on that last green dragon, and he's gonna just extend it with this one.
Yeah, it looks like Synth is maybe settling into a grind now. I'm not 100% sure, depending on if he found his items. No, he still has not found Mountain Cave, and this has got to feel real rough, as Mountain Cave has been found by everybody else. I don't even remember where Mountain is, and now ScarletShadoww does see. Oh, nope, there it is. Now he sees it, so he's got to feel a little bit better now.
Yep, with that, now you just go home, you know where Garenham is, you trade that in, you get your drop, and you get back onto that green dragon, or whatever it is you decide to go to. I imagine it's the green dragon again.
Yep, so at this point now, Pav is in the experience lead, but not by much. ScarletShadoww has his things, he's grabbing the rainbow drop. This is going to be the deciding factor. Does he go back to Red Dragons? Does he go to the AK-47? And how do you play this? Meanwhile, Fred Coughlin is back in the overworld, heading back to that green dragon grind as he needs 17 as well. But our bottom race is so much closer to it than the other one, or the top race is. So yeah, this is getting real spicy fast.
Yeah, and like even at level 17 with the Death Necklace and Fairy Waters, our magic points are not there to carry us through it. If this were a crazy magic seed, you could put the Death Necklace on and do this. But with only the 10 heal mores that they have, there's only so much you can work with. And looks like ScarletShadoww does not want the Armored Knight. He wants to go back to the Green D. Pav is going to be the first one, I think, to find out what level 17 chose. Well, Pav's still level 15. No, he's 16 now.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's at 16. He's just a little bit ahead right now, a couple of 200 experience there. And Fred Coughlin on the tail end as well, now trying to get towards 16 and see the disappointing news.
Yeah, in fact, Pav about 1,000 experience points away, which is what, 7 green dragons?
Something like that, yeah. And Synth is unfortunately just not having a good time trying to find this mountain cave. He needs it desperately and then needs to get into a grind, but he also needs Fred Coughlin to trip up a couple places. And again, that's all going to depend on what the bottom of Sharlock or any part of Sharlock looks like here.
ScarletShadoww meets a red dragon on the way to Hawksness. He's going to fight it, it looks like. It'll be worth 350, and that's going to push him, like it's actually going to help.
Indeed, and yeah, Beta letting chat letting us know here that Synth did get his harp, so now he's looking for turn-in, and that's going to be back over by Sharlock, so he's going to need to find that rather quick too.
Now, I didn't catch whether ScarletShadoww cast a stop spell on that red dragon, like if Shadow knows about the heal more, but it didn't cast heal more, and he was able to get it down.
Good piece to have, but he's going to go right back to this green dragon, and yeah, right now we are just a green dragon or two away from Pav hitting 17 to see if 17 is go or not. So dueling green dragons on the bottom race here. ScarletShadoww working on trying to get his rainbow drop, and then he's got to get into grind and go mode. The question is, does Synth take the AK-47, or does he settle in on this green dragon grind like everybody else?
Well, speaking of green dragon grinds, Pav's going to be the first one to level 17. Let's see what it comes with. Looks like we've got ourselves 5 power, 1 speed, 10 hit points, 14 magics. I don't think that's quite enough power. I don't think it's enough magic to put on a death necklace either. 128 strength is 16 swings.
Yeah, I mean, it's real sketchy. You could try and fairy water it, but even at 128, you're still running into some very rough luck that could happen. And at a race like this, that's this close, our racers don't know how close it is, but we know. And as close as it is, you do not want to try and do anything that could be sketch.
Yeah, and we don't even know if they can get to the bottom of Sharlock with all their resources intact. And those numbers I crunched out were assuming you've got all your resources.
Yeah, and again, we know red dragons have heal more. We know that the run algorithm is there. We have the HP to get down there. But the question is, do you get down there safely? Not enough. Yeah, not enough inventory slots to make fairy water work. So yeah, that's still not a great time. The stats are just not there. So one more to 18. You know what? Let's just make it 20. Let's just go to 20.
Let's go. No more strength. No more strength till 20.
And then 27 strength on 20.
Yeah, the definite go.
ScarletShadoww looking at the statistics at 17 is like, oh no. He thought about it for just a second.
It looks like that was him stretching out the last bit of MP to get the level, so he'll have to go and refill, and that's going to give Pav a chance to advance. Fortunately, the refill town is not that far away.
You want to know a really disgusting thought at this point?
You know, Pav, I hope you're thinking the same thing I am, is that Pav is very close to naturally getting a silver shield.
That is exactly what my thought was, is Pav is honestly close enough, and with as many green dragons he still has to take down, he should be able to walk over to Breckenir and pick up silver shield before he makes his Sharlock run.
Yeah, this is not a level grind. He's had the stats. He just wants that silver shield, really. This is a silver shield grind.
And if you look at it, fcoughlin is right behind him, as is ScarletShadoww. ScarletShadoww's at 9 grand here. With as many green dragons they still got to take down, this could definitely be a silver shield seed for all of our runners.
Death count actually pretty low for all of our runners here. We see we've got 4 for Pav, 4 for fcoughlin, 2 deaths for Synth. ScarletShadoww leading the death count with 9, and that's probably why he's not quite in silver shield range.
And chat with the Pinky and the Brain reference. I love it. I so love it.
Yeah. I didn't even know they made pants out of rubber. That's crazy.
You must not have watched a lot of 80s hair bands.
Vinyl is not the same as rubber.
Fair enough. But no, our runners are definitely just within that range, and yeah, over 100 defense points. It's going to be awesome to watch that walk down. No kink shaving on comms. Chat. There was no discussion there. There was just a. But yeah, so we're almost there, both gold and experience wise, to 18 here. Let's see what we get at 18, and hopefully we may see its go time.
Yeah, 14,250, the magic number. I think that's 2 green dragons on the lower right side of our screen. Next one, actually, no. Next one's not quite enough.
Just a bit outside, that's all.
All that means is we're that much closer to level 19 that we're going to need.
Well, here we go. 18 is going to bring us 7 power, 2 speed, 3 hit points, 2 magic, It is.
You put on a death necklace and you do this.
It is go. Yeah, it's go mode here.
You could probably do it without one as well, but I think at 150 you might as well. You're wasting hit points by not putting it on, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Pav, I think, is in just he's going. He's making this happen. And right now this is big because Pav needs this win to secure his spot in the bracket. ScarletShadoww still has a shot to make bracket with he still having one more race. But you look at this top race, Synth, this is his first race, and Fred Coughlin is 1-3. He needs this win on his race to be able to stay in the running in the Breckenary bracket. So it's huge.
Yeah, and I feel like fcoughlin has got this fairly well cinched. He's got about double the experience points that Synth has, and when double means 6,000 experience, that's a big hole to dig yourself out of. He's gonna need some really bad luck to not make it through. But that said, we have not seen the inside of Sharlock yet. But we're about to, as Pav opens up the Rainbow Bridge for the first time tonight.
The Bifrost hath been summoned, and into Sharlock we go as Pav is the first one in, and Blue Dragons with Sleep. There is part of your fun killer shot there as still asleep.
Bifrost has been so easy to access ever since they got rid of Heimdall.
Well, we saw 2 steps in, Blue Dragons with Sleep, and not much more than that. Green Dragons on the top floor, so this is pretty easy. Again, running against most of the stuff should not be a problem with the agility that we do see, but again, it is just a number, right?
I mean, it's a number that's associated with the probability of your successful run, but yeah, it is just a number.
Well, I am going to acknowledge in chat, Beta did call it. The Blue Dragons had annoy more, and they 100% do. Pav on his way down into the long floor, this first floor of Sharlock Castle.
And he actually had some nice run luck against the old Red Dragon there. Not too surprising considering the 97 agility that we have. There was another very high agility seed. I don't know if we actually broke 100, but I know that we were looking for that. Probably not going to happen tonight, as I don't see anybody going to level 19.
Yeah, I don't see it either. ScarletShadoww, though, on his way down now, too. So that race is really going to heat up here in a second if something happens to Pav. Again, barring any kind of craziness in the further floors down, this is Pav's race to lose right now.
I would give up hit points for agility in this seed. Is that what you give up? Is it HP? You give up strength for agility, or do you give up hit points for agility on the builds?
I'll drop a couple HP for a couple agility points. That's not so bad. Scarlet having a little bit of a better top floor here, but Pav now on the U floor is walking this like a champion. He is getting away from things. He's not having too many stops in his run down. Let's see what this bottom floor looks like. The Wizard's stopping him as he gets into the red carpet, and here we go.
Yep, not too much in the U-Haul. A couple of Wizards trying to block him. But yeah, the rectangle, nothing. Stoneman on the bottom floor.
And I think it's a miss by Scarlet there. He didn't mean to attack that guy.
Jerkbird, living up to his name, taking up a little bit of Pav's time, but he gets away from it.
Scarlet into the diamond, and meanwhile Pav now on the beach. It's closing in. Let's see what this spike tile looks like.
Stoneman followed by Wizard, followed by Star Wyvern, getting all the encounters here. Monsters are swarming.
Scarlet is on that short floor coming into the decision floor. So he is hot on Pav's trail here by just a few minutes.
And it's a blue dragon. We know what to do here. We pop a stop spell. don't let it sleep you, and then punch it to death.
Yep, and with the 125 attack power, shouldn't take too long. A couple, 3-4 shots, and this will be over with. Man, this is definitely spicy right now.
Yep, so we got 12, assuming nothing crazy happens in the next 7 steps. We've got 12 heal mores on Pav's side. He's got some resources. He's gonna pop. He's got 150 HP going in. He'll use his death necklace after the fight starts, which means he can start with the 150 and gain the benefit of the of the 10 strength boost. When it transitions to DL2, his max will return to its whatever its max is minus the penalty.
Of course, I made the comment last night. I'll do it again. We got the Spider-Man on Spider-Man action here as Pav is pointing at the Dragon Lord, and they're calling each other fools. But I've just been notified by chat. We've not been paying attention to the top race. Fred Coughlin is going at 17.
Well, would you look at that? We were speculating whether that was possible. Is this a true go at... Yeah, this is a true go at 17. This isn't pick up the next level of the spike.
Should be entertaining. And right now, ScarletShadoww on the DL1 drops his death necklace in. Oh my goodness. As long as Pav doesn't miss menu, if he miss menus here, this could cost him, as our runners are now just right there on each other's backs.
I'm opting to spam some emojis and things in chat instead of count this Dragon Lord fight, but I think that I think we don't need to count it. I'm pretty sure that it's going to happen, and the only thing we need to look for is miss menus.
Well, Fred, they're saying that for Fred, this is still a coin flip here, and Fred seeing the blue dragon with sleep, he didn't see it early, and hopefully it doesn't keep him asleep too long.
Meanwhile, ScarletShadoww has started his Dragon Lord fight, so the bottom race, I mean, should that miss menu happen? ScarletShadoww right there to pick it up. Either way, very, very close going on here. fcoughlin taking care of his blue dragon on the spike tile. Actually, it might have gotten a sleep off on him.
It did.
He gets it down, though. He's down a heal more compared to the bottom runners, but also down a level.
Well, we'll see if this pays off for him. If the early gamble, he still has a significant advantage as Synth is just now hitting 16. So he has another shot at this. We'll have to wait and see how this plays out.
Yeah, and if Fred he's got fairy water, so that mitigates some of the low strength, right? With 11 heal mores, though.
It's going to be dicey. But I think he could pull this off. Again, it's a coin flip, as EMP stated. It's a coin flip, but it's doable one way or the other.
Yeah, you need that opening double. You're hoping for a double or two in the middle, closing double, and yeah, you can close it off. There's the opening double.
Well, GG's in the chat. Pav pulls off the win here, and we'll have his official racetime.gg time here in just a moment. And the official racetime.gg time, 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 30 seconds on the dot as Pav comes in first place on his race. ScarletShadoww is on the final throes of his Dragon Lord 2 fight. Meanwhile, Fred Coughlin up here at the top is in mid-combat with the L2 here.
And he's just chipping away at this thing with the AP where it is, even with that death necklace on. Those 9s are kind of decent swings, you know? Actually, they're not, but he's getting a lot of them. 9s, 7s. We're not seeing a whole lot in the double digits over here on the top left.
Well, there's a 13, so he at least got a double digit there. But again, it's still pretty scary with a lot of the lower rolls. And ScarletShadoww, get your GGs out for him as he's going to finish up here. And we'll have that time here in just a moment as he is coming up to the final piece at 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 27 seconds. A minute between first and second on this one. This was wild.
Fred gets a max roll on the fairy water. Second one goes for 15. So his fairy water's doing much better than his swings are right now, and they might rescue him.
And that's not bad. He saved him for mid-fight instead of early fight. And this is going to come in. I mean, it's going to come in real clutch here if he can pull it off here. Meanwhile, Synth is attempting to catch up. He is almost to level 17. Let's see if Synth decides 17 is the go mode as well.
Last fairy water for 14. If chat's to be believed, that puts him at 146. So this is very doable, actually. He's got another heal more.
I'm sitting here bated breath watching to see the dreaded words, and thou hast done it, and it's not happening yet. His last swing here, he's got it at 17.
Very well played by fcoughlin on the top, clinching his race victory.
And that's huge for Fred Coughlin. He needed this win right here to stay alive in the Breckenridge division. Synth will move to 0-1, but this is huge for Fred Coughlin right now. You know he's got to be feeling really good. And Fred Coughlin's official racetime.gg time, 1 hour, 24 minutes on the dot. We will wait and see if Synth goes ahead and hits the DNF, and we will wait here for them to come into the booth. Vela V, what do you think, man? This was a wild race on both ends.
Yeah, just everybody really ran it well too. I feel like of our top three runners, the three that finished, there's 2 minutes separating them, maybe 3 minutes separating all three runs. Really well run race. The map was kind of bleh, but having that early hurt more happen makes it just go super, super fast. And I think the runners did well. That early Armored Knight, the grind you don't want to do, but everybody realized that was the grind they had to do. Good heads up on everyone doing that. I think it was just really well run by all four runners.
Agreed. And right here in the booth with us is ScarletShadoww. Congratulations on a very, very close race.
Thank you. That was a rough one. Whew. I was a bit nervous all the way to the end. That Green Dragon grind, the entire time I'm just waiting for Pav to finish.
Yeah, Pav did everything he could. You did everything you could. This was just one of those really rough seeds. Pav had the experience lead for a good portion of it. You took it back for a little bit, and then Pav ran away with it. But you guys were literally less than a minute off of each other there. It was insane, but it was so much fun to watch.
Well, I'm glad we were entertaining. That's 3 straight races for me, decided in less than a minute.
And ladies and gentlemen, joining us in the booth is the winner of that bottom race, Pav. Congratulations on the 3-2 clinching the bracket piece. How do you feel, sir?
Well, I feel still adrenaline. I mean, my heart started pounding once I walked into that Blue Dragon Sleeping Sharlock. That kind of was like, oh, thankfully I got the level 18 because I probably needed it.
You both went on 18, and in the other race, Fred Coughlin went at 17 and got it.
That's impressive.
Yeah, chat had it calculated. It was not a guarantee. It was a coin flip, but he was able to get some really good rolls in mid-combat or in the middle of combat with Fairy Waters. Definitely saved the run, and he was able to win out at 173, I believe it was. But yeah, the Dragon Lord had 164 HP tonight.
I know I did at least 161, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure what my total was. Right around there.
Yeah, I mean, this looked great. You guys were all over it. It was a seed for sure. But yeah, this is big. Pav, the 3-2 guarantees you your spot in Scarlet. You still have one more race left, and yeah, how do you feel knowing going into this that is a must win at this point?
I mean, it's a 6-person group with 5 races. There was not a whole lot of races that didn't feel must win up to this point. So it's going to be another race. I mean, I've watched Fellasan race twice, and she's destroying it, so it's going to be fun.
Oh, you guys are another one with the 6 bracket like we've got over in Breckenridge. So, yeah, then each of you, Pav, you still have another race left yourself then. So, I mean, big implications still for both of you guys.
I think Pav's done, right?
Yeah, I'm finished with my races. This was the last one.
Oh, okay. So you guys have the 6-man, then we've got the other 7. So yeah, okay. So big piece then for Pav. Scarlet, you still have a shot in here, but it's gonna be rough going as you got to get that win.
I'm not worried. It'll be a race. Somebody will win. Somebody good will go to brackets, and we'll all get to cheer for him. Congrats, Pav. That's 2 years in a row you got me, and both of them super duper close if I remember. So keep crushing it, man. Hopefully I'll do really well and I'll see you on the other side of the bracket or something.
Yeah, I was sure that you were gonna get your revenge this time around. I was pretty scared, but yeah, it seems like it was a good race. I'm excited to watch it back and see how things, wax and wane throughout the seed between everybody, all 4 of us. So yeah, am I guaranteed for the bracket? I don't think I am. I think something weird could happen.
I'll have to go back and check and see, but I think it does put you in a really good position.
I have a feeling with the fact that there's going to be probably 4 of us at 3 and 2 in this group, that I don't know what's guaranteed, but you've got good tiebreakers, I think. So I think you're going to be in good shape.
Indeed. And of course, with Fred Coughlin's win over in the Breckenridge division, that keeps him alive for brackets as he still has a couple races to go. Synth moves to 0-1, still having quite a few races to go as well. We still have a lot of really good racing to happen here, and there's going to be some moments that are going to be very defining in each of these brackets as we close in on the end of the regular tournament here and start moving towards the bracket stages.
Thank you, everybody who's volunteered, comms, tracking, restreaming, and admins. We appreciate it. Always lots of fun for the tournament. Wouldn't happen without all the volunteers putting on these awesome shows for us.
Yeah, ditto. Thanks, everybody. This is it's a spectacle. It's one of the most exciting times of the year for the last few years for me, and I'm excited for the rest of the tournament if I make it or if I don't.
Indeed. Vela V, I think you should take us home here, buddy. I think it's about that time.
Well, I think that I want to say thank you to all of our runners. First of all, an excellent race. It was really fun to watch all 4 of you do this. Very, very close all around for the whole thing. So super exciting there. And then, of course, to our restream crew, we've got Tanuki Master taking care of the restream today. RG365 and Shihali doing the tracker. Edge Talvaron joining me in the commentator's booth, leading this commentary along the way while I tried to sideline him with tangents and other things and distract him from what was happening on the screen. Super, super fun. I think that we are going to be doing a raid in just a moment. It looks like maybe I see the word NES Cardinality coming up several times in my Discord chat. So I think that's probably where we're going to go. NES Cardinality's doing some Dragon Warrior Randomizer, and he is racing in this very tournament a little bit later tonight. So I think that it's best to just let the DWR shenanigans continue with, well, he's one of the best. The folks in this room and that you saw racing are also one of the bests as well. So let's carry on with that too. So, yeah, I think let's go ahead and toss that raid on. Thank you so much, everybody. And, of course, thank you very much, chat, for joining us this evening. There is much more Dragon Warrior Randomizer to go. It's going to be happening all weekend. We got restreams. We got tournaments. Come check us out and enjoy NES Cardinality as he does some Dragon Warrior Randomizer.